What's up, everybody? I'm Brent from Brenspeed. Thanks so much for watching Brenspeed TV. Guess what? 3-valve Wednesday. I know it's been a while. Been putting out a lot of Coyote and F-150 videos, but we have a 3-valve today. It's an '08 Shelby GT with only 17,000 miles. Super clean car. Vortech, blackout kit, supercharge, a bunch of extra mods. We're going to go over the build. We're going to watch a dyno pull, so don't worry about that. And hey, if you haven't, please subscribe and notify us if today. And sorry if I look like I'm sweating. We're in Indiana today. It's August, 105 degree heat index, which is horrible. We're going to talk more about that, but let's go check it out. All right, as always, don't forget in the description, links to all the parts we're going to talk about. So I'm going to talk a little bit about them, but you might have a lot more questions. And of course, email quote@brenspeed.com to say what's it cost to get built. But you know, earlier I mentioned the 105 heat index, which we've been really good here in Indiana. The last couple weeks, I think, we've been in the 80s. I kind of thought we were out of this. Today was not cool in the dyno cell. But let's go down. This car is so awesome. I want to show you everything we've done and why we did it. So we have a track car here. We have the Ford Performance Intake Manifold. We have the Ford Racing Throttle Body. Our awesome Vortech Blackout Kit. I will tell you what comes in that. A set of Cook's long tube headers and a set of 127-200 comp cams. Why did they go for that? We'll talk about that. And a big radiator, but we have a track car here. So this particular client, let's talk about the cams. Wasn't wanting the big, lopey, crazy Detroit muscle car idle I know a lot of you like. He wanted something a little bit more smooth, but wants a little bit more high RPM power because it's a track car. So we do the comp, no spring required, 127-200. The manifold and throttle body is going to help the high RPM power for the track use. And then the Vortech, the blackout. This is essentially the same as our Paxton Throwback. They're essentially both 1200 superchargers with different logos on them. But you get Kenny Bell booster pump, 47-pound fuel injectors, an IAT relocation kit we put in the manifold because it is non-intercooled. That way we can monitor the intake temps and the calibration will change for that. Set of color spark plugs, but it's a sweet setup. So I want you to watch this dyno pull and we're going to talk more about it. All right, check out these numbers, and then we're gonna go take one more look at this sweet Shelby GT. And think about this, 17,000 miles, the car's an '08, 93 octane manual transmission, and that's like a little over 1,000 miles a year. So that's pretty amazing for a car like this. DynoJet SAE today, 471 row horsepower at 6,200 RPM, torque 415, rear wheel 5,400 RPM. Really good numbers. I mean, honestly, these are good numbers anyway. These are good numbers probably on a good day. But I want to talk a little bit about the heat. You know, what's the heat have to do with dyno? So I know people love dyno numbers, but you know, I love data logging. And the reason I love data logging is because it tells you exactly if the engine is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And if those numbers come out exactly the way you want them, the dyno number is what it is. That's why so many companies today, whether you have a Challenger, or you have a Camaro, or you have a Mustang, do remote tuning on some of the newer Coyotes. It's easier to do remote tuning on a newer Coyote because they do have basically wide bands in. You can see what the air fuel's doing. Not so easy on a 3-valve, but that's why they can do that because it really doesn't matter what the dyno says. It's all the data doing what it's supposed to be doing. This car is, I love it. Look at this. Shelby GT, '08. I want to take one more look at the engine compartment because it is so clean and I love the way it looks. I love the blackout. So the Vortech, okay, this is what we call the blackout. You can get satin or polished. You can get the Paxton version, non-intercooled, and remember that you can get that in, you know, satin or polished as well. And there is another upgrade for this down the road. So this car is built really well for track use. I think the next step on a car like this, we did also install 373s. I didn't mention that. But the next step would be an intercooler on this. We would probably do on this one, because it's the blackout, the liquid cooled Vortech intercooler. So that'd be really good on the track. So as everything gets really, really hot, that's gonna help cool it, keep your times really good. But the reason he went for all the higher RPM mods is, you know, you get good power going into the corner, coming out of the corner, but it's not like too much torque down low, but it's gonna scream when you're coming out. It's gonna be awesome setup. So if you have any questions, of course, leave a comment about this. I will put a link up here or here, wherever it ends up, on 3-valve Mustang supercharged videos. You can watch a ton of them. We have a lot, and look at all the different superchargers we offer, different dynos, everything like that. But again, I'm Brent. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and notify you. Email quote@brenspeed.com to say, hey, I'd like to do that. What's it cost to get built? And don't forget, everything I just showed you, we can ship right to your door. Thanks for watching.